Don't stare off into space. It's creepy.
Welcome to These Are Good Days with Lee Ann Miller
And Matt Barris.
Well, Matt, here we are in 2026 official.
That's right. It's official.
It's
we made
official.
it.
We made it. We're here.
And if we didn't happen to make it and we're in the apocalypse, this will be our last episode.
Yeah, true. Or we'll be,
Oh my gosh, this could be posthumous if we don't actually make it.
That's terrible.
So sad.
Listen.
Oh.
What is your good day?
My good day is we had a free night recently, and we, out of the blue, texted Skyline Eric and his family and said, hey, we have a pot of chili on the stove.
I love it.
We have, what else did we have? Oh, baked potatoes in the oven,
Oh,
and we have enough.
Did you
wanna come over?
spoon the chili over the baked potatoes?
Don't ask me about spooning. That is none of your business. We leave that up to interpretation.
Okay, right. Did you?
I did not. Mallory, however, loves chili on the baked potato.
Mallory and I know what's up.
Well, that's just your opinion.
Yeah.
I love a buttery sour cream baked potato.
I want to know if Skyline Eric put chili on his potato.
We don't need to go here. Skyline Eric has a lot of food preferences.
Okay.
And so no, he didn't mix them. And Skyline Eric actually doesn't love beans. So our chili was light on the beans for him.
Eric.
I know he doesn't like beans.
Eric.
It was light on the beans, heavy on the meat, heavy on diced tomatoes, petite diced tomatoes. But yeah.
Eric, we need to talk.
Oh yeah, you could talk to him.
And I made a delicious pot of ham and beans when Carlos and Heather Whitaker came.
Yeah.
Over a week ago, and he doesn't like beans.
Carlos doesn't either?
No, he likes refried beans. What's that about?
Okay.
But he doesn't like a pot of ham and beans. I feel like that needs explored.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't get it.
You should talk to someone about that.
Or give him a try. Give him another try.
Give beans a try.
Maybe you had bad beans.
Give beans a chance. Maybe he had bad beans.
Maybe the beans were bad. Maybe you need to give him another chance.
That's right.
Because I think it is the most cozy,
Can I tell you something?
Cozy
I've never
meal.
made that before, ever. I've never made ham and beans.
Well, listen. Okay, listen. I need to say this. When you make a pot of ham and beans, all you got to do is think about it the night before and soak your beans.
Okay.
You get a 16-ounce bag of the hard beans at the store, usually near the rice. They're just beans, either lima beans or Great Northern white.
No, not lima, right?
You can
Green lima?
No, I'm sorry. No, not lima. You can
Butter?
you can get navy beans or Great Northern beans,
Okay.
and soak them overnight.
Okay.
Can you use the canned beans? Sure, you can rinse them, drain them, and use them for ham and beans. But let me tell you the comparison of that.
Tell us.
That is like comparing going to, let's think of two restaurants.
Taco Bell versus Chipotle?
No, even more. That's like comparing going to Taco Bell versus going to Mitchell's Steakhouse or City Square
Wow.
Steakhouse.
You really like soaked beans. You really like a beaner soaked.
Listen, it just
Soak your beans.
It just makes, in my opinion,
Yeah, you have them.
it is superior. It makes them so much better, and it's not hard. All you do is make the water go 3 inches above the bean line, above the top of the beans. And soak them overnight, and they will rehydrate. They rehydrate.
Here's what I need.
And they're delicious.
I think you need to post your ham and beans. We should put it on our Patreon so that our Patreon people can give. Can you give me the ham and bean? Or is this something in your brain?
I think I don't think I've ever written it out.
Okay,
I
maybe.
think I might have a reel about it on my.
Okay, well,
I think
we'll
I have.
also,
I do.
We'll
I think
write it out on Patreon.
I do. I have a reel about it on my Instagram, but it is just there. Listen, no two pot of ham and beans at my house are the same. No two pots are
You'll
the
never
same.
eat this again.
You'll
That's
never
what we
eat
used
it
to say.
again. But the basis of it, the foundational principles stay the same.
Yeah.
And it is just one of our favorite things. We just love it.
That's awesome. Hey, tell me your good day.
My good day is I have a couple, but I'm going to narrow it down to one. I went recently to Nashville and spent time with the Whitakers, and their youngest daughter, Sayana, is getting married in March.
So many weddings.
And so I helped throw a shower for her, a bridal shower, made it a couple's shower. And listen, a bridal shower thrown by me is not a typical bridal shower.
No, it's so great.
MG says that was not a bridal shower. That was a party. That was just a fun day party.
Yeah,
She said
great.
that was a fun day party.
Yeah.
It was fun. I just want a little party with everybody together.
Well,
you can bring a gift if you want. And we're celebrating those two people.
Let me tell you what's not going to happen.
Okay.
Games. You're
No.
not a game person.
Nope.
You are not a game
There
person.
will be no, how well do you know the couple? No, there will be no games.
Hey,
Like,
some people like that. Just because you don't yuck their yum.
I just don't like it. So
know
there'll
you
be
don't.
no games. But if you enjoy the games and you love them and your daughter-in-law loved them or your daughter loved them for her showers, I'm just sorry if that sounded snarky. I
Some
just
people love games.
we don't do games.
Just
And
because you don't.
we didn't and we won't for MGs either. We didn't open every single gift.
Yeah.
What I thought was good form is if someone came from out of state to the bridal shower, I thought it was nice to open that
Well,
gift
let me
in
tell
front
you
of that
my
person.
good form about my gift. I picked something off the registry and had it mailed to their house.
It's just a new world.
I didn't even have to carry
It's an all new world.
carry a dish in.
It's
It's
all
a whole
new
new
world.
world.
So I did a wedding shower for their youngest daughter and did it at a place where she used to work called Lady Bird Taco.
Oh, that's
Hey,
cool.
Lady Bird Taco, if you are listening, cool place, cool taco place. And we had like a taco bar with her favorite taco and his favorite taco. I did a charcuterie board and some homemade cookies. And
So
it was
good.
just a lovely time. Celebrating your celebrating your people is important.
Yeah.
And here's another thing I want to say, Matt.
You tell us.
I think that when you cultivate relationship and friendship, and it involves sacrifice and serving,
Yeah.
you create a closer, more meaningful bond with the people that you're friends with.
Sure.
If I would just throw a party and pay for everything done and just show up,
Preach.
is that nice? Sure, that's nice. But when you sacrifice and serve and give effort and intentionality, it just hits different.
Yeah.
It just
it's
does.
true.
So
I do have dreams of me having both the money and the sacrifice.
yeah.
But in this season of life, all I can give is the sacrifice.
Listen, and you can have the money and the sacrifice.
Sure, sure.
You can have both. I don't really have much experience in worlds where something, everything is paid for.
Yeah, money is no object.
Yeah.
That's not our world.
That's not. Yeah, but I will say that when there's intentionality in serving and
Totally.
sacrifice, typically it's
Right.
noted by the people that are receiving it, and it's special. It makes it special, and it makes your friendship. It grows your friendship.
Totally.
It just does.
Totally. I thought about this last week in our episode last week, something I forgot to mention that I would like to bring up here.
I would love to hear it.
I believe 2025 was the year of the cigarette. And
I'm not sure.
do you think it's longer? Oh my gosh, it's been longer?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm so sad for your
I
lungs.
think- Listen, I will say that as far as the cigarette thing goes, in the show notes, will you put, or in Patreon, why don't you say Patreon? Will you put the recipe to the candy cigarettes?
There's no
that you
recipe.
gave-
There's no it's dipping pretzels and
Yeah,
chocolate
but where'd you get the black sugar?
from Walmart.
I'd never heard of black sugar in my life.
It's just black sugar.
And
That's
then
all.
did you dip it in red chocolate
Orange,
first? Orange
yeah.
chocolate first.
Yeah.
And then you rolled the tip of it in the black sugar.
Yeah.
Matt
So if you-
gave
yeah,
me,
there-
yes. For our exchange, for part of our Christmas exchange a couple weeks ago, he had my name for the socks.
No,
Is that right?
I just
was
did it for fun.
And you gave me a swan mug.
I know
which
you've
I
been
loved
loving
it. I love
that.
it. I use it. And you made me candy cigarettes, and the cigarettes were a hit.
Yeah, they're
all
pretzels.
season long. They sat out on my little conversation
need
table.
more?
I do need more. I actually people kept eating them, and I was like, "You're gonna take away my props." So I literally the last 3 I wouldn't let people eat because I was like, they just were so funny. They were just they just hit just right.
That was so funny.
Hey, shout out to Jody, Cattle Queen.
Oh, that was her. That was her suggestion.
She messaged you and you made them for me, and they were hilarious.
It was fun.
And a hit. Yeah. The year of our Lord, the year of the cigarette.
That's right. That's right. Hey, as we're kind of in that first Wednesday of the year. It's when this airs, it's January 7th. And last week we looked back, and this year we're kind of,
looking forward. Are you going
kind
to
of
smoke a
looking ahead.
cigarette in 2026?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have gone 40 years and I'm looking for 41. Absolutely not.
I might.
We have talked on These Are Good Days about how New Year's resolutions aren't really our thing.
They're not our thing.
They're not our thing.
No.
I don't love a resolution because it feels like you are like signing a contract and it's like, it feels icky.
I don't want to set myself up for failure either.
Right.
Like,
However, you have been making that bed now for how many years?
2019, I made that New Year's resolution or goal. I didn't call it a New Year's resolution. I said I was going to have a goal to make my bed every day for a year.
Yeah.
And I have only missed probably 3 times since 2019. It probably had to do with being sick. But and now it is like muscle memory. I just roll out, I make the bed. And I just love feeling like the bedroom out around could be a little bit messy, but my bed looks good and it is made. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Cozy Earth. Shout out Cozy Earth. Cozy Earth, if you were listening. My bedding just looks so good on my bed.
That's good. So we want to take a little bit of time to look forward to 2026 and maybe some of our hopes, our intentions, our dreams for what's ahead. And so I have a list and I have some things I'm going to put out into the universe.
Okay, tell me.
The first thing I put is in 2026, I hope to have some new friendships or new relationships.
Oh, good.
We probably should do a whole podcast about this, but the area of men's life in regards to friendship is a very, very lonely space. I am so fortunate that I have great friends.
You do.
That have been around, Skyline Eric, all the Sky guys, our friend Grant. Those guys have been friends with me for quite a while, but male friendships is such a lonely place. And my hope for 2026 is that I have some new friendships come along.
Oh, that's good.
That come into my life that maybe change it for the good.
Like it.
And that makes me excited.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you want to do like a ping pong thing? Okay. What about you?
In 2026, I and we started this with for the podcast too.
Yeah.
We are collaborating and starting a relationship with a company called Creative Quo.
Yeah.
Which is a marketing firm out of Millersburg, Ohio, and they are women owned, women ran.
Right.
They have a wonderful team of very highly creative, highly productive, incredible ladies, and they're going to help us do some improvements here on the podcast with the techie side of things and just different things that can help support us. Even a logo, which I'm excited about, and I'm excited about that for my personal branding.
Yeah.
This is not. It is no secret that I am not. I know enough tech to get by, and I do fine. And
don't I know it?
And I do fine on Instagram.
Yeah.
But when it comes to I really could have a monthly newsletter.
Sure.
That shares a favorite recipe and talks about the Joy Scouts. And we did a wonderful dollar holler not long ago. It was probably 2 and a half weeks ago for 2 women that that really just needed a little pick me up. And we raised, in about 24 hours, we raised, a little over $3,000 for
Yeah.
each lady. And and I could update things like that in
Sure.
a newsletter. And I feel very excited about that, because here's what I know. Anything that you're doing, and you're doing with retention and intention, it is either going to grow or it's going to die.
Yeah.
Now, it can stay the same. That's not dying.
Sure.
It can just stay where it's at, or you can grow. And I feel that way even about the podcast. And that's why I think I was more of the lead on the Patreon, and really encouraged you about Patreon, because I feel like there are steps in growth that are really healthy to take, even if they're a risk, because we're either growing or we're not, right? We're either growing or we're not.
Right.
And I want to go out. Whenever I go out, I want to go out growing.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
great.
even if I'm 85, I really want to try to go out growing. And so the way I know how to do that is to get myself in front of people that are smarter than me, and have different talents and creativity than me. So I'm excited about our relationship with Creative Quo, with my relationship with Creative Quo, to grow in those ways, because I know my shortcomings. I can identify, well, I don't know all of them, but I know that
Well, we won't do it here.
a shortcoming of mine is not having the support on the back end of my business, like my website, a newsletter, the technical side of things, updating my website. I've got pages on my website that are kind of obsolete, that need to go away.
Right.
And so I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
Totally. As I look forward to 2026, I am very... how there's times in your life where you are hypersensitive to things. And I don't mean that in a bad way, just very keenly aware.
Yes, I love that.
I feel like I am entering 2026 keenly aware of opportunities that God is going to put in my path. I am keenly aware of that.
Yes, good.
I think that, for me, when someone initiates a conversation or you get an email, like, those aren't accidents. And I think I'm heading into 2026 keenly aware of opportunities that could cross my paths that I need to say yes to. If you've been around the podcast, I am the slower mover between the two of us. I am the more cautious and cautious and hesitant person between the two of us. And so I think part of my intention for 2026 is to be really hyper aware of opportunities that God's going to put across my path, and spend less time questioning and more time saying, okay, God, if this is what you want, let's go.
That's good.
Instead of being more critical and kind of sitting back. Similarly, I have some personal goals for myself in regards to learning more. I got the master class.
I love it.
Subscription from my in-laws for Christmas. And I already have some classes that I'm starting to work on, and I'm really excited about that. I'm the kind of person, I want to keep learning and growing.
Yeah. Well, you're the kind of person who also really loves, like, factors of leadership or quality, like different approaches to leadership and how to build a team and all of that.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. And I'm not naive enough to even say, like, the podcast has opportunities for us, and there's opportunities ahead for our podcast and those kind of things. You're actually representing yourself and the podcast next week. When do you leave for your trip?
Oh, I leave on the 14th.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Week. Yeah.
Next Wednesday. Why don't you talk about that opportunity?
Going to Kenya, Africa. I'm going to go with Compassion International.
Yeah.
And we're going to meet some kids. We're going to meet some families. We're going to some centers. And this is a whole new opportunity for me, and a whole new chapter. I'm very, very excited about it. As you know, because I told you, I was hesitant at first.
Yeah.
I have a long history of church world and of faith-based operations.
Yeah.
And so, and when you get older, you can get jaded with things. And I'm not going to say that that's all bad.
Right.
I think we should question.
Sure.
I think we should say, let me explore. I don't want to just believe this just right out of the gate. And so I was very cautious when Compassion International contacted, I started, they contacted me and I started communicating with them. And then, and it was connected through Carlos Whitaker.
Right.
He actually suggested me to them, and I went to Nashville, Tennessee to kind of like an exploratory type trip and to meet some of the leadership. And every step so far, here's what I believe about our faith. I believe that sometimes we get a crystal clear picture and we're like one sign after another, we are supposed to do this. This feels right, clear down into my bones. I feel like when we're praying and we're saying, God, direct me. God, I'm opening my life up before you to direct me in the path you want to take me. Sometimes it's not that clear.
Right.
Sometimes we need to put our glasses on and we need to be really looking. And every step so far, I have had not one thing where I'm like, put on the brakes.
Right.
Oh, I don't know if I like that. Oh, that's making me hesitant.
Right.
I am so impressed with everything so far with Compassion International.
Right.
This is a very long trip. I am a little bit, I'm not going to even use the word nervous. We joke a lot about me being 57 and getting older, but when you travel that long and that far, it's a very long, far trip into a completely different culture and country.
Totally.
And I would not be doing this. You know this for sure about me. I would not be doing this unless I felt like I was supposed to be doing it.
Right. Like you don't really leave that fire for nothing.
So I feel like I'm supposed to go, and I feel like I'm supposed, whatever it is that God wants to show me there, or whatever it is that is going to happen, I feel like I'm supposed to, it's something I'm supposed to do. And I don't know. And listen, here's another thing. Sometimes we don't know exactly what that is.
Right.
And sometimes we don't know what that's going to look like.
Right.
And sometimes you can have an experience and be like, I learned some things that I didn't really want to learn. Right. Sometimes you can have an experience like that and say, my life has changed forever. And I learned some things that are going to have impacted my life and the trajectory of my life forever and ever and ever.
Right.
My hope is that I'm going to have some experiences that show me God in a different way, that show me love in a different way, that show me how to practice my gratitude in a different way. So I'm excited. I hope that the picture I paint for a lot of younger people is that you don't stop living as you get older.
Right. Well, I think part of my curiosity with this is I'm just sad I can't see it. I wish I could be there with you.
I know, and you could, you're going to have some opportunities probably coming, but
I think so too.
But me too.
What's so cool is we engaged with their head of, what's Spence's title?
Well, he's part of their digital marketing and part of their marketing department.
So Spence is kind of your point person,
and I think they call him something like a relationship director or something. I mean, I'm like, whatever a relationship director is, I love that guy.
Yeah,
I mean, he's good at his job.
Spence is awesome.
Listen, let me just tell you something about somebody when they're good at their job.
Yeah,
when somebody is so good at their job that you're like, is this guy doing his job? Like, is he actually doing his job? Because he's so good at it.
Yeah.
He's so natural and so, what a leader.
I know.
What a great,
I know. I love
can't
Spence.
wait to keep learning from him. And I feel like that's going to be part of the story with Compassion is going to be, as it pertains to the podcast and you, specifically you, Matt, is that I think that there's going to be things that God's going to teach you even through like Spence and through Compassion, because I just think it is too good. I am truly impressed with everything I've seen so far.
Well, and here's the cool part. This isn't something we would talk about on the podcast, but we do in private. We've discussed what could this partnership mean for you? What could you learn?
Yeah.
What could it mean for me? What could it mean for our podcast? All those kind of things. And we're kind of holding those close to our hearts because I'm like, I want to live with hope and
Yeah,
anticipation.
same.
And I want to
Yeah,
think,
same.
neither of us are the kind of people that just stand on the sidelines and we're like, whatever happens, happens. That's not our
No.
style. Our style is like, God, what could happen? And speculating in a positive way, like, oh,
Right.
what if this happens? And
Right.
what if that
Right.
happens?
Right.
And it's just exciting when you have things like that
Right.
come across
And
your path.
it's exciting to hear about people who I have loved growing up and in my past that are such believers in Compassion International, like Michael W. Smith. Remember his song, If a Friend's a Friend Forever? I mean,
As the Lord.
huge compassion
Yeah.
supporter. And another one, Amy Grant.
Oh, Amy Grant, baby.
Yeah. And I'm very inspired and very excited.
Yeah, I am too. I think I'm excited for that for this year. For me, another personal one for me is I already have lists of books growing
Yes.
that I want to read this year.
Okay.
And I think 2026 for me is going to be the year of television.
Oh.
This is such a silly thing. I love movies and TV and those kind of things. And I truly have not engaged with adult. What I mean is things aside from my children.
I know.
You talk about all these Yellowstone and Bella and Jesse or what, I don't even know. I don't even remember. Not that I'm going to watch those
it's
things.
Jeremiah, Conrad, and Belly.
Yeah. Belly, right.
Yeah. The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Like, I'm probably not going to watch those, but I do want to find things
Yes,
like that
yes.
feed me in a
Yeah,
different way.
good.
And so, listen, I'm open to suggestions.
Okay.
I am not, in case you're out there like, I love giving my things. I'm not like a drama romance person in that way.
And you're not scary. You don't
Oh,
like
no.
you,
Oh, no. No horror. No horror. No, thank you.
if you had pearls on, you could have
No, nothing scary. Like, nothing like.
Listen, Missy
Saw.
Herrera, Junk Babe.
What was that show? American Horror Story? No. Just the pictures gave me nightmares. I do like an inspiring story. I do like crime. I do like cozy things. So if you're
like with books, you like Harlan Coben. You like
I'm still reading S.A. Cosby right now. I really like him. He's like gritty police detective stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I am already looking forward to things that I want to read.
Yeah,
if
good.
you are a reader yourself and you're on Goodreads, find me because I love Goodreads and I love seeing what people are reading. So I have books coming up this year.
Well, speaking of books, something for this next year. We'll see if it happens. It's a work in progress.
Okay.
For pretty much the last 20 years, I have had people say, cookbook. When are you going to write a cookbook?
Yeah.
You need a cookbook. We're going to cookbook. And my answer is always the same.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do cookbook. And my answer's changed in the last 2 or 3 years to, I don't want a cookbook unless I have an agent and a publisher.
Right.
That has to be part of the plan. And I know that.
Right.
Because I know that for planning, I know that for recipe structure, I know that for promotion. I know that has to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So this coming year would be really nice if I hooked up with an agent and a publisher and started down the path of a cookbook.
Yeah.
Because it just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for it. My OneDrive is full of recipes that I love, favorite recipes, and I really just feel like I could fill a cookbook.
I have an affinity for cookbooks lately. I've been buying them. I just bought a new one, Measure with Your Heart.
Oh, yes.
I haven't
lovely.
even opened it yet.
She went viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
I want to say during COVID.
Yeah.
But I can't remember her first name. Is it
I don't know.
Layla, maybe? She's hilarious.
Yeah. Measure with Your Heart.
I think that she's kind of a scratch cook.
Another one I love is Dan Pelosi. I love his cookbook. It's beautiful.
Pelosi.
My
Dan
suggestion
Pelosi,
to you,
Measure with Your Heart and Let's Party. If you are listening,
I think no matter what happens, it has to have good pictures. That's my that's my thing.
and I do want to tell. I probably, the way I'm thinking right now, I do want to tell the story of our lives, because an Amish girl in English, or Amish girl, an Amish boy and an English girl,
Right.
and we were kind of like the Gilmore Girls, but with boys, with the bed and breakfast.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
we really had a life that was, wasn't a typical life,
Right.
and definitely not a typical marriage. I
Right.
mean, we still aren't a typical marriage, to
Right,
be
right,
honest.
right.
And I think that we could tell some good stories within
Totally.
that, with some really good pictures. and-
Totally.
yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, here's my last one.
Okay.
This year, in the year of our Lord 2026, I am leaning hard
Oh.
into being a teenager dad. Our son Luca will be turning 13 this
So
year.
tell me a few things how you're going to do that.
So here's one of them.
I'd like to know,
I need
even
to
though
bring.
I don't have any teenagers anymore.
And you're gonna agree. I know you're gonna agree with me because you're even harder like this than I am. I bring dog energy to my children. So what I mean by that is I bring like the, hey, let's do something. What are you thinking? Let's talk. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's go. Let's do things. Let's do things together. And I saw this Instagram reel recently that said something about teenagers. You can't bring dog energy to teenagers. You have to bring cat energy, where you like maybe do a lap around and act like you don't notice them, and then do one thing like knock, like a cat knocks something,
Yeah.
where you're like, hey, how's it going? How's it going?
yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
That's something I want to master the art of with my son.
Yeah.
Because as he's moving into the teenage years, friends are becoming more important, clothes are becoming more important, and all of those things, none of those things are wrong.
And I don't want to use the word being cool, because I don't want it to sound derogatory, but fitting in, finding who
being
you are,
self-conscious.
yes,
Yeah.
all of that. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one thing, is like learning how to navigate cultivating a relationship in the way that he wants to, and also just encouraging him to explore different and new things. He has been in the band. He's going to something called solo and ensemble with a little drum percussion group. He's also doing baseball again this year. And so just continuing to cultivate and support like his curiosity, because that's really important to me and Mallory, is that our kids stay curious and keep trying new things. And so supporting those things, I think those are good. I'm not the kind of dad that's like, I have to be really cool for my kid and I have to learn X, Y, and Z and be trendy. That's not my vibe. My vibe is like, I'm here. You know who I am. I love you. And I'm going to be here as your soft landing spot. I'm not trying to be something I'm not.
Right.
And so it's just leaning into that energy to learn how to connect with him in a way that matches where he is developmentally
Yeah,
with
that's
his
good.
age.
That's really good.
So I'm bringing in all that cat energy.
Okay, 2026, I am getting a new therapist.
Yes. New therapist.
A new therapist. I'm going to get a new talk therapist. I'm going to go once a month, Matt.
I love this.
I don't know if it's going to be in person or via Zoom, but I'm looking into the referral right now.
Love
because we have new daughter-in-laws, and I want to do this well.
That's right.
And sometimes, let me just say this loud and clear. Sometimes we think we're doing everything right when we might not be. And it's good to seek wise counsel, to seek professional counsel, to tell the stories so that the counselor can look back at you and say, well, tell me more about this. And let's talk about how to navigate that maybe in a different way.
Yeah.
And so yes.
And here's what I want to
2020
say about this from my outsider perspective
Yeah.
on this whole topic. What I love about you, oh gosh, make me cry.
I'll probably be back, guys.
What I love about you is you're not content with good. You want this to be great. You're not like, hey, I have daughter-in-laws, our family's shifting and changing, we're fine. You're like, no, I want it to be the best it can be.
And that
I think
and that involves me pursuing me being the best I can be.
And I think we still in culture, and especially in evangelical church culture, we still fight therapy because we think something has to be wrong. And that is not
for
true.
sure. And we also fight therapy because, well, Matt, we have Jesus and we can pray.
Right,
We have Jesus and we can pray.
Right. Yes, and therapy.
And therapy, yes. And I think anytime that you invite new personalities in to your close space, so your family space, it's just a good idea to have an objective outside voice that is guiding you and helping you navigate and make wise choices.
That's right.
Because listen, I'm in this for the long game.
That's right. That's right.
And I want to do it well.
That's right. Hey,
Let's talk about food.
Let's talk about food.
Let's
and
do it.
here's what I want to know from you.
Yeah.
When you are making ham and beans, what are we buying at Walnut Creek Cheese? Tell me about the beans and where they are. And also tell me, what ham are we buying?
Well,
Because listen, meat can be overwhelming.
Yeah, try to get yourself a ham bone or a ham hock.
I knew you were going to say that.
And
I knew you wanted a bone in there.
And Walnut Creek Cheese has lovely, the big slices of like center cut. With the bone in.
To have like a circle bone in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like the marrow.
Like a dinner cut piece of ham.
Yeah.
I cut that up the last hour because I like my beans to simmer for about 3 hours.
Well, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
We all love a simmer bean.
So with the ham bone and the ham hock, the whole 3 hours.
That's right.
The last hour, I cut up that piece of ham and put it in.
Okay. What are we cutting it into? Like cubes?
Like nice little bite-sized cubes.
Okay.
Now, one day recently, I was making it and I wasn't going to put the whole slice of ham in. And Daryl said, "Why in the world wouldn't you put that whole slice of ham in?" He said, "There cannot be too much ham in ham and bean soup, or a pot of ham and beans. You can either call it ham and beans or ham and beans soup. It can either be soup or it can be more like ham and beans, like just like a more." Some people might call it soup. We just call it a pot of ham and beans. And I personally don't like way too much ham in it, but according to Dee, you can't have too much ham in it.
Well, yeah, it's going to be hard to nail down a recipe.
I will say that at Walnut Creek Cheese and Market and Walnut Creek Foods, if they carry Walnut Creek Foods products in your town, and there's a store locator on their website, is their meats are really, really beautiful.
They're so good. They're so
really
good.
Beautiful.
And I love, especially like this time of year when it's chillier, that salty, starchy foods are so good.
Well, recently when I did the charcuterie board for Sienna Whitaker's wedding shower, I got all my cheeses and crackers and all that stuff at Walnut Creek Cheese and Market.
It's your one-stop shop.
It is. You can get everything there.
That's right. That's awesome. Well, we love Walnut Creek Cheese and Market and Walnut Creek Foods. They've been so kind to us and so generous.
Yes.
And so we love that they also support our podcast because we've loved them long and we've loved them strong.
It's true.
Thank you so much for joining us in this conversation all about looking ahead to 2026. My hope for you is that you also take some time to put out some intentions. We're not saying resolutions. No. This is not the podcast. No. But to have some intentions or some things that you're looking forward to in this new calendar year. Whether ordinary or extraordinary, we hope you see that these are good days.
This episode brought to you by Walnut Creek Foods.